guys, be ready for a banger. Welcome back to Blackbull, guys. As you guys see, we're in a new studio. Not any studio, but New Jersey finest studios. And in this episode, we have Ryan Leonard, the guy behind all this. Welcome to Blackbull, brother.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having us. First, I want to start with take us all the way back. When did you start New Jersey Finest, and what was the reason behind it?
So New Jersey's Finest was started in 2011. I started it actually in Iraq when I was deployed. I was in Iraq with the U.S. Army from 2002 to 2009, Operation Iraqi Freedom. And
how was that?
It was crazy. Crazy to say the least, you know.
Thank you for service.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But while I was there, you know, I had a lot of time to sit and think and figured out I didn't want to go home and just go back to the normal rat race of working. So we first got there. There were 60 of us in a big tent. We had our own little areas of, you know, we had bunks, we had all our shit, foot lockers, and we made basically like our own little forts. And in that fort, I had a floor mat, and I drew this logo here originally on that floor mat, and that's where the idea came from.
Nice.
So yeah, we got home, we executed the plan, we started to learn how to screen print and design and develop t-shirts and apparel, and that stemmed into everything else.
That's the beginning. That's what you started with.
Yep. That's we still do that today. Obviously, you guys saw the screen printing over here as well. But yeah, we started with apparel, novelties, hats, shirts, you know, hoodies, all the stuff we still do. That was my own particular brand in the beginning. That then segued into us making custom apparel for other customers.
Yep.
So we can foot the bill of our own brand. You know, it gets expensive when you're on a budget. Just came home. I was 23 years old. Bootstrapped it all myself. Never had a loan other than, you know, $1,000 here, another $1,000 from another friend. Never had a loan in the whole business career so far. So that went into, you know, making the custom apparel. That fronted the money for everything else, and we're still doing that today. It's a very good business. We're continuing to get a lot of customers from that.
You built something big, man. We love the studios and we love the merch too, the shirt.
Thank you.
Guys see it? Fire, man.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about some of the collaborations or partnerships you made with other brands or individuals in the industry?
This is the Jersey Shore. So I really started in the nightclub industry. I started with my brand, but I promoted at Headliner. That's like my home. You know, been there for a long time. Shout out to
Summer
Headliner.
is coming. We're gonna have fun nights there.
Come join us in the Skybox. You know, VIP. E-Rock as well. You know, great guys over there.
We have Hero too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hero.
Yep. And Tommy, Arrow, everybody. You know, I started with that. I started with my brand. Same thing with Porta. You know, when I came home from Iraq, Porta had just opened. So, you
Porta
know,
in Asbury, right?
Porta in Asbury Park. Yeah. Shout out DQ, everybody over there, Lamar. But yeah, I started there. I started at DJs as well. You know, all the major companies or all the major clubs. I was promoting there down in AC. You know, doing our thing. We were selling merch, making merch. I ended up starting to make a lot of the stuff for the bartenders, the clubs themselves, and it kind of just. Still do that today, but it speedballed into then becoming friends with the owners and then becoming, you know, a strategic partner of certain things, building connections, you know, pushing the brand, pushing my own retail brand, as well as now pushing the service. So yeah, I still do that to this day. You know, we use the industry, and, you know, Jersey's a tourist area, in my opinion. So most of the people that are spending money or seeing stuff come in the summertime, you know, you have the locals in the winter. So,
you know, well known around.
Yes,
everybody knows. Wherever we show up,
local celeb. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like to think I'm well known. You know, for good reasons. I always had a good rapport with everyone. I treat people with respect. We always have a great time. You know, definitely. We bring people. We bring the energy's always great. No fights, no dumb bullshit that you see out here. So
we're all here to enjoy life.
Yeah, and it's so many different walks of life. You know, you can check my resume here. I have a respect for most of the people, and most people have respect for me. So but yeah, this is my home. I'm a Jersey kid through and through. So
We love Jersey.
yeah, but it's a platform. People use it. Jersey could be a trap too. There's not much to do in Jersey if you really spread the cards out and see what's there. But yeah, you can go and get drunk and do drugs all weekend, or you can use the platform when people come here to
build something.
Promote yourself. So I'm not a club, but I'm an extension of all these clubs and myself, and always gave them a good service. And
you support people a lot, man.
Yeah, I support people, and I always said, even before I had a dime, I always came bearing gifts, whether it was a free shirt that you could barely afford back then, like everybody got free stuff, free merch. But yeah, it's a great place. I love the people. The industry's great. Like I said, it has its dark sides. Some people fall victim to it, but I'm glad that I was able to not only have a great time and build my brand on the shore, but build the brand while doing it, and not just having fun. You know what I mean?
Grow with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What sets your brand apart from some other lifestyle brands out there?
Honestly, I think just most of these people out here, they're, especially now, when I was growing up, I'm 36. So, when we said something growing up, it had a little more weight to it, I would say. A lot of people now, they have ideas, they have all these brands, and they're living the motto, but they're full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, we don't do that over here. Like, everything, I think, for the brand and for me, I always said you can never back me into a corner, because what I say I do. And I got receipts for everything.
100%.
Text me.
I got
100%.
literal receipts and pictures and audio, video, everything I say I'm going to do, whether it be, hey, we're going to go here, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do it. If I can't, I'm going to be a man and say, hey, 100%. I can't make it happen.
Like Dana White said, bet against me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a man, your word is your bond, man. I mean, you can, when people like say, you don't know what you're doing or you're broke, that doesn't necessarily have to mean money. It's your attitude, it's your word, right? Like, I don't care if you're a dishwasher. If you say you're going to do something, be the best at it, right? And stay true to it.
Correct. Yeah, your word is priceless. With the money, what are you without your word? You can have all the money in the world, be a scumbag. 100%. I know a lot of those people.
Nobody's going to trust you. Everybody hits a road bump, and everybody falters at some point. And when you don't have good people in your corner to be able to bridge that gap when you need it,
You're going down.
You're going downhill fast. That's the only thing that's gotten me to this point. I'm fucking 24 years old, dude. What do I know? But I've gotten respect from a lot of people, and it's earned.
Yeah, and the thing, you're 24. So when I started this, I was 23. I came home from Iraq. So just you having, I didn't even have a path. I had that idea, but you already, you told me about the cars and stuff before. Like, you're already on a path. You have a trajectory. You're not throwing darts at the wall. You have a vision to do something. You know what I mean? So you're actually a lot further along than you think you are at your age. You know what I'm saying?
I think imposter syndrome is definitely is real among entrepreneurs.
Yep.
You sit there and you question yourself and you're hard on yourself, and it's such a fine line. It's such a thin, small bridge in between being hard on yourself and also, keeping yourself accountable, right? Because that's the only reason people who are successful is because they kept themselves accountable, hard on themselves.
Not quitting for sure, man.
And like, what's being hard? I mean, are you really being hard on yourself, or are you really just making sure that what you said before, you put your word is your bond. You put your
100%.
word on it. A lot of these people put their word on it, but they're, like I said, they're fugazi. It's nothing.
They don't stand behind
but they don't
nothing.
do anything to back that word. I'm about that action in every sense about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you have to say. I'm going to listen to you. It's going to go in. It's probably going to go right out the other ear until you show me what you can do. You know what I mean? And most of the people, you can weed a lot of people out. It's 2023. Everybody is special on the gram. Everybody's cool. Who are you in real life, though? You know what I mean? Your actions are going to dictate who is who. Say what you want, post what you want, snap every fucking best picture in the world you want, but really the people that go home at night that are like you and we're really doing this, we're fulfilled. It's not a quick fix, and then it's really bullshit.
I always say the quotes are not gonna work. You can post them, but if you don't take action, you're out.
And every quote I post, I could tag a time or a memory and 100 people that I can vouch for. I pride myself in doing what I say. That's very rare these days. And there's a lot of great people out there, and some people, it's difficult right now, but you don't have to be great. You don't have to be this superstar. Like, just be a normal, hardworking, good person.
Discipline.
And discipline yourself to be a real human being. That other shit is extra,
Other than
It's
that,
a
you're
front.
doing I wanted to ask you, you're doing the studios, but you do estates, New Jersey finest estates.
Yeah, NJF
How is that
estates,
going?
yeah. It's great. So this year, I was fortunate enough to do a lot of big contracts with the federal government for, we did very well. So I always said if I hit it big, I'm going to diversify my money as much as I could. So I have ancillary businesses that not only is that a retirement home for me or a home for me to enjoy in a place that I love in Aruba, but like I said, I'm sitting here right now and somebody just booked it 10 minutes ago. I'm sitting here making money off my money and paying myself back, letting that money mature. I actually own that house outright there. So, I'm just basically using that as leverage. It's a business of its own ecosystem, and it's great. It's same thing here. We said attention to detail. I didn't skip a beat on that house. So,
The studio, man. We are rocking.
It's insane over here, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait. We started small here, and then, like I said, we rebuilt it several times. But we're welcoming everybody to come, enjoy a real studio, big, great quality.
Yep.
We have everything you need. We're ever evolving, but we'll be doing some ribbon cutting ceremonies, having some special guests come through, industry leaders, some of the actual, people from the community and politicians, all of that we have lined up. So
for everybody who needs a studio, you need to book. We're gonna have link in description. You can check them out. Book them for everything: video shoot, product shoot. If you want to do a podcast, we'll help you with all setup and everything.
We'll make a promo code too when we leave here. I'll give these guys a promo code. They'll put it in the credits or something.
Yep.
Anybody that books through you guys, they'll get a specific rate. Get a deal. So
there you go, saving money. So how do you, being that you're a, luxury lifestyle, that the industry is constantly moving, how do you stay on top of the latest trends, and how do you then, incorporate those into your business on time while they're still relevant? I mean,
we kind of create our own trends in a sense. That's kind of how I stay on top of my own life, at least. You know what I mean? I don't know, things are trendy. Sometimes I adopt those things, but sometimes I know they're going to fizzle out. So
sure.
I'm not really here for the quick hit. I'm here for the longevity, the long-term business. So trends to me is like, my idea of trendy is being successful for the next 30 years. That's trendy to me, because you're chasing these trends all over. If there's one that I can lock into and say, shit, I'm going to make a lot of money off of this, or let's use this because I believe in it, then I'll hop on. But, I don't really follow the trends, so to speak. We kind of create our own trends and then set people off to follow us.
Yeah. Warren Buffett said, nobody wants to get rich slow. It's true, man. But that compound interest, that shit builds up over time, man. You just stay consistent. It's almost impossible to not build a nest egg for yourself.
And there is no shortcut. Shortcuts can get you in trouble. I always say that.
Yep, definitely. So there's no shortcut to success. Like, it's hard being an entrepreneur, man. Like, it takes a certain mental fortitude to be able to endure not knowing where your money's coming from. God forbid something happens, you got to front it yourself, and life, everything else that we deal with and whatnot. But I would never do something different. You know what I mean? I always said to myself, and I don't knock anybody. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Not everybody wants to be. But I always said I had every job in the world. I've done everything. Very, very versed in life. I'm hands-on. I've been in the trenches. Literally, I've done a lot of shit. So, I always said, like, it's my life. My life is only worth $15 an hour, $20 an hour when you break it down. And then you work for that amount of money. Oh, I make 40, 50, 60. I don't give a fuck if you give me $10 million an hour. It's got to be worth it. You know what I mean? So I just kind of keep that in mind. Like, we're lucky to do what we like. Even if we were making a small income, but it's the freedom. It's not the monetary value. Sure. I can say, hey, Ryan, I'm not coming in today. All right, I'm not coming in. I'm talking to myself, you know? So, it's just the freedom to live the life on your own terms is the real value. It's not about everybody thinks, oh, rich. Like,
no.
If you're living your life on your own terms, you are rich.
And enjoy the process. I always say enjoy till you get there.
The process is the joy. And I tell you what, like, I don't have it all, but I have a lot, and I'm very thankful for those things I've earned. But, like, without the struggle, you relate the struggle to the greatness now,
100%.
So you wouldn't have a comparison.
It's all relative.
Yeah, you can't be great without knowing what it was like to suck or have to go through the shit that sucked. So, yeah, it's just a mindset, you know. I feel like people are very brainwashed by what they see and what people are saying, like we said before, but it's really not that way.
Yeah.
People believe. I think people are a little too I don't want to say gullible, but like people believe people too easily nowadays.
Yeah,
and now
for sure.
everywhere it's a new videos and stuff.
Everybody's a blue check. If you got a blue check, you're special. Fuck that.
$14.99.
You know what I mean?
We have it on sale.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know. But like, I don't knock it. It is what it is. I went for the blue check. I've been in Forbes. I've been in New York. All different. Whatever you want to call it,
Magazines and stuff.
publications. Yeah, my bad. Publications this year, and I went through it all, did all of it, and they denied me the real blue check. Like I'm actually doing shit out here, but it's like, and then everybody's buying it. So I'm
know.
like, whatever, man.
$14.99.
I don't need a check for nothing. I got right to check, so I don't need a blue check. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Now I want you to take us all the way back to the pandemic. What happened? You helped a lot of the community. How that impact your business?
Tremendously. So before the pandemic, I was already in the medical testing space. I'd done a lot for different companies prior to that. So I had a great relationship and a business already overseas and here. And the pandemic hit, and it was kind of crazy. Nobody was expecting that. So
Yeah.
I got like 500 masks, and I brought them over. I'm like, I wasn't selling masks. I was selling, like almost like a. You know, the company Cologuard, they do stool testing. I was making the same type of kit, a proprietary one for one of my clients. And I was doing that for years. We warehoused all their stuff. We made all their stuff from scratch, made proprietary things for them. So I had that pipeline. But I didn't really do the masks like that. I did on spot orders, whatever. The pandemic hit and everybody wanted masks. So I'm like, all right. So I sold millions of masks. Then it was sanitizer. I sold like 24 tons of hand sanitizer in a week.
Damn.
And then it kept going. So every product everybody needed it, the cops, the firemen, every walk of life needed stuff. And the big companies, we won't mention that just in case, legally, but the big billion-dollar companies and corporations and everyone with these fancy titles couldn't get it. They didn't have it. There's the strategic stockpile was out, all these different things, and we literally never dried up our supply chain. So I helped a lot of people, a lot of nurses, doctors.
That's what I was gonna say. You didn't went only for the money. You helped the community a lot.
Correct. We donated what we could when we could. Because there was a shortage of items. We never gouged on pricing, which everybody was doing. They had masks. Oh, these 60 cents mask was $14 now.
Yeah, or small hand sanitizer for $20.
Yeah, $30 sanitizer you're never gonna use anyway. But we kept our prices fair because I'm a wholesaler anyway. I'm the plug of the world when it comes to products anyway. I have raw materials, a factory, and then us. So on a global scale, we deal with the giants, So I utilized that. When I was in the military, I ran a multi-billion-dollar warehouse for supplies. So I utilized that to build this company. And when the pandemic hit, I did that for Uncle Sam anyway in a war. So I used those skills. My team helped me out tremendously. Ended up going through the whole different cycle of products, and then we got to testing now. So the rapid antigen test hit. I already had my FDA approval for all those companies. Had my own swab company already. We own. I'm FDA approved for all of those items, and we got a FEMA order for every single school in New York City, every public school in New York City.
Nice.
So we did 26 million tests in supposed to be 15 weeks. We did it in 6.5 weeks.
Damn.
Yep.
That's
so it was good. And that was one of many things that we did, but that was our biggest thing this year. Very, very, very big order. Almost $160 million order, but we did it in half the time that we were even contracted to do it. So
damn.
Kept every school in New York open that needed tests to stay from their mandates, or else the education system would have been shut down again for another year. So once they implemented that, we were the people to come through. The little guy, the Robin Hood story, nobody could get it, or it was an issue getting it, and we came through without, I think I had one broken box out of all those tests.
What's your favorite part of the whole process when, as being an entrepreneur, or your day-to-day specifically? Like, what's your favorite part of doing what you do?
I think just the work, believe it or not, the work and this, being able to now look back and tell the story. Like I've been working since I was 7 years old. I worked at my father's detail shop. I was working as a little kid, you know. I got in the way, so they taught me how to vacuum the cars or do the tires. And then I was like 14. I was already running my own crew there with those guys. You know, people were 40 years old. I was the boss. You know what I mean?
That's the discipline, you see, man.
Yeah. So
The right path.
I'm 36, but I've been working for like 28 years. You know what I mean?
You
In
don't
some
look
capacity.
36, man. You look
Thank you. I feel old,
29.
man.
That's
I
it.
feel old, but no. But yeah, I think just being able to, in my mind, I'm still crawling. I did well, but like I'm just getting started. So to give any kind of guidance on what I've learned to entrepreneurs and people out here, you know, all walks of life, young, old, people way older than me ask me for advice, you know, and I still don't think it's hit me, but just because I don't stop working, you know what I mean? So just to be able to give a peace of mind and to do all of this and give back is awesome, you know? And my brother passed away when I first came home from Iraq in 2010. He was my 17-year-old brother, my brother Eric. So all of this is for a higher purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my, fuck the money. Like I gotta live for the both of us. So that's I'll never fail ever just because of that. You know what I mean? So that's to do this and honor that is like the real deal. That's my fire.
You feel proud. That's the good thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I know that what I'm doing is the right thing. You know what I mean? And that's the energy behind it. Because I could have went way left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, so recently you built a shooting range. How is that going? Is that a hobby? Tell us more about that. And I see a lot of guns and stuff.
Yep. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, obviously I was in the military. I just enjoy, you know, tactical things, shooting, you know, just shooting in general. I feel like it was a part of me. I got in a little trouble also when I got home from Iraq. I got caught with some weed, which is not a big deal, but bless you. I got caught with some bud. I got a felony. It was a part of the whole journey to get to where I am. But I couldn't have firearms. I was trained in every U.S. weapon, but I couldn't have guns. So I'm like, all right. So I waited 10 years. And I bought my house here.
You didn't give up on the goal. That's the good thing. You waited 10 years. I'm gonna get a gun.
Hey, shit! I'm like John Wick, bro. I got every. I bought 70 guns in the last 2 months, literally. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy shooting. You know, it's just a part of my life. And other than that, I mean, I'm a sneakerhead. I have a whole sneaker room. I have a whole gun room. So like multiple. So like it's just it's a hobby. I think they're a beautiful art, you know, they're to be respected. Same thing as when I get on my motorcycles or the quads, like you get a little shake. It's the respect for that equipment, you know. It could take your life, but it's also a tool that can save your life and, you know, bring joy. So I'm going to be doing some classes for private classes for some celebrities and football players with some friends.
If you invite us, we come and shoot a vlog in there. It's going to be fun. So you can guys see the range and everything. Yeah,
we'll do that. And yeah, it's just for fun, man. Let blow off some smoke and, you know, just stay sharp. I carried a machine gun for a decade, you know, or almost a decade in the military. So, you know.
I want to ask you a question. Can your business function without you?
No. It could if I still was able to direct. But I play the most unique part because of my position with my partners overseas. So without me, like I couldn't even just sell this company right now because of you need me in some capacity, you know, in the most of the capacity. Like my team is awesome. Everybody has their role. They're great, you know.
Amazing team, man. I love everybody in here. Thank you to everybody behind the cameras and everything.
And we all wear a million hats. We don't only make hats. We wear a million of them each. So there's no... if you work for us or work here, I'm working to make everybody rich and successful one day.
Treat you like family.
Yeah, so I don't want any like one-trick ponies. You know, everybody's got to have multiple positions, be a chameleon, and then once we get to that another level again, everybody comes up with us. You know. But yeah, we can't. It wouldn't be able to function without me. You know, I'm up every night till 3, 4 in the morning talking to my partners overseas as well because of the time difference. So
you're always on the move, man. It's hard to even get in from the episode, man. You know how many times we scheduled to find the time at least when he's free.
Yeah, I built 2 houses in the last 8 months. I never had a home. I never had a house. So, and then juggling all these things, moving multiple millions of products and juggling office here, office there. I had 2 warehouses. It's a lot of shit, but I think you only got one shot at this life. If I can do it, if I had the resources to do it, I'm trying to diversify and bring that money back in. So
if you had one piece of advice for aspiring entrepreneurs, what would it be?
What do you think the kids is? What is stopping them from success?
For this generation, just stop fronting, stop capping, stop lying to yourself, being like, don't not do something that you know you're great at because of what everybody else says. Have the courage to have that. Whatever you think in your gut that you're great at and you're good at, do it. Chase that dream. Don't chase the dollar. Don't chase the monetary value in it, but chase the dream. Like, what do you want to do? Like I said, what do you want to do every morning to wake up, to make you smile, to be on your own time schedule, to not have to check in with anyone? Do that. And secondarily to all that, I would say be yourself, work your ass off. Clearly do the work. Like, that's the most people just don't want to work. I didn't go to college. I barely went to high school, but I would cut high school to go to work. Yep. And that work that I thought was bullshit back then put me to where I am today. You know what I mean? I don't ever have to work again, but I work every day. You know what I mean?
That's what keeps you up.
Yeah, like, it's just, I have a passion to do this, but do the work and just be honest, be a good person. Like, don't front. There's too many people.
Once you start a business, it's like your baby, man. You need to take care of it all the time.
You gotta nurture it, but nurture yourself. Don't let it drive you crazy. But if you're gonna want to do something, it's not gonna just be handed to you. And there's no quick, like you said before. There's no quick way to anything. It's your seed. Like it's you gotta nourish it. You gotta water it. You know what I mean?
What's the future goals for New Jersey Finest all over?
So right now I am strategically placing myself in the federal government system. We do a lot of government bids, a lot of very large orders. I'm also the exclusive owner or distributor, I should say, and partner of a couple factories overseas and their products. So we're the only ones in the country with those products. Laboratory consumables, laboratory equipment. And just growing the businesses that are already here, growing my life, bringing on more clients, for the studio, for the house, for NJF Estates, for all the different departments that we have here, helping my team grow, you know what I mean? Just continuing to build the brand. And like I said, in my mind, I'm 36. I've only been in business since 2011, and I only really started making bread and really doing this in like 6 years ago. I was a construction helper and still doing t-shirts at night and whatnot 6 years ago.
And you never give up.
I sold $163 million worth of shit this year. You know what I mean? So if I can do it, and I don't have any formal education or studies, I just have the will to, that was the third thing, the will to learn. Like, YouTube is free, TikTok is free.
College.
Some people are looking at TikTok watching girls shake their asses and dance. Some people are looking at these podcasts and getting information in the game from people that really have done this and putting that forth in their life. And trust me, it shows. Like, you know what I mean? You could tell who's watching the informational things to grow as a human being and a business, and you can see the idiots that are just watching and consuming content. You know what I mean? So, and hey, you could get rich that way, but I'd much rather do what we're doing and put something back into the world that's positive and can bring somebody to the next level that wants to put in the work.
Yeah, and leave a print on earth. Yeah,
it's legacy, man. You can have $1 billion, like I said, and be a piece of shit. So, this is it's more about doing what's right, being somebody. When I die, like, I want to be known as a good. I say that if I die tomorrow, my life is great. I'm good with my mother's proud of me, my family's proud of me, my friends. I've done everything I said I was going to do for myself so far. I crushed my own goals.
Yep.
I did it for my brother, like I said. I do it for my family, my friends, and everybody out there that has a dream, and just follow it. I had a scribbled fucking design, you know what I mean? And I learned how to do it all. Like I said, no loans, no nothing. Self-taught in every single way other than learning from others, But you just got to do it. Do the work.
Well, never give up on your dreams. And Ryan, thank you for being our guest.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for coming doing this at the studio.
Thank you for the beautiful studio. You guys going to see a couple more episodes here. We're going to continue working. We're going to have mobile episodes and mostly here exclusive episodes. So you're going to see the studio again. And make sure you subscribe. If you need any rentals for the studio, we're gonna have link in description and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Blackbull, peace.
Peace.
That was good.
That's great.